Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. It is Tuesday, April 14th, 2015, and I'm Leanne McAdoo. Here's a look at tonight's top stories.
Tonight, an ISIS cell is found in Mexico. And you'll be shocked what they ask Hillary when they finally catch up to her. That's next on the InfoWars Nightly News.
When everybody's mad at Brian Williams being a big fat liar, why hasn't Hillary stepped down from public life? She told the exact same type of lie that creep Brian Williams told.
According to the government watchdog group Judicial Watch, officials with the Mexican government and military have confirmed that ISIS has set up 2 camps just outside the United States border. And they also allege that some ISIS militants are being smuggled through with drugs. Now, these officials are saying that the terror group has 2 camps. One is reportedly located in Anapra, which is an area just west of Juarez, and the other is near Puerto Palomas, which is a few miles from Columbus, New Mexico. Now, Judicial Watch is saying that this area was targeted because of understaffed municipal and county police forces, and a large-scale transit of illegal drugs passes through this area from Mexico. Now, a Mexican Army field grade officer and another Mexican federal police inspector told Judicial Watch that human traffickers known as coyotes are working for the Juarez cartel, and they're smuggling the ISIS terrorists into the U.S. through the very porous border there. Of course, this is what we told you is going to be happening. What's the big problem with having wide open borders? Now, we reported in 2014, Texas Sheriff Gary Painter, he was saying ISIS would be crossing the border, striking the United States. In August, that was reaffirmed by a former CIA officer. He told the Laura Ingraham show that ISIS was working with the drug cartels. And then Judicial Watch also reported again in August that ISIS was using Juarez as a staging area, and they plan to launch a car bomb attack against Fort Bliss. And we've also heard reports of prayer rugs being found near the border there as well. So all this is in alignment with threats that ISIS has been making online, especially threats toward the United States military and their families. And now we're getting an official warning from the Pentagon saying, yes, indeed, there is a reason to be concerned with these threats. I wonder why, because now they realize they're right there parked on the border. Now, the message from the Pentagon is saying these organizations are attempting to use our own personal information against us to create fear and anxiety among our ranks and within our families. We all have a responsibility to protect ourselves and our fellow service members and their families, and basically just telling them to be vigilant, monitor their social media accounts, don't put a lot of information out there that is going to allow these militants to be able to track them or track where their families are going, churches and schools, and all things like that. You know, obviously they hate us for our freedoms, so therefore we need to not act like a free country. Now, the site director, Rita Katz, they're the ones who discovered these videos, allegedly, and they're now saying that this ISIS video is part of a Twitter campaign where they're saying they're going to be launching a new 9/11 style attack against America. And Katz says, in a time of lone wolf attacks and Americans and other Westerners pledging to the Islamic State, this kind of campaign should not be taken lightly. Now, Kurt Nimmo points out in this article that the site intelligence group is linked to the military-industrial complex and intelligence, and a number of videos that site has claimed to have discovered were subsequently found to be frauds. And so, of course, all of this is rather conveniently timed. So we're finding these ISIS camps there across the border. Now the Pentagon is affirming that, yes, these threats from ISIS should be taken seriously. Now, linked within that article, Alex Jones actually breaks down the reality of ISIS, the truth about the Islamic State, and how, yes, they're a real terror group, but they are being controlled by the globalists in order to implement this police state, this new world order. They're not actively being stopped because if you want proof of that, just look at how wide open the borders are. And in fact, the Obama administration is just releasing criminals back into the United States. There's no stopping these folks. Now, we know they're letting through gang members, gang members there in the drug cartels. And here ISIS is confirmed to be working with them. But according to a new report, hundreds of these illegal immigrant rapists and murderers have been let back out onto the street. They're deporting fewer of these people than they were even last year. And this is according to some brand new statistics that were just released Tuesday. It was released by the House Judiciary Committee. It showed that more than 30,000 criminal aliens that ICE knowingly released back into the community had amassed nearly 80,000 convictions, including 250 homicides, 186 kidnappings, and 373 sexual assaults. But hey, just whatever, just release them back into the country, nothing to worry about. So now we have ISIS making active threats against the military. We know they're working with the drug cartels, yet what are we seeing? All of these drills, these huge, massive drills going across the country, they're actively campaigning against dissidents and patriot groups and sovereign citizens and veterans. That's what the country is supposed to be focusing on. That's what the military and the local police department, and those are the criminals. Here we have a president who won't even dare utter the words Islamic extremism. And, you know, they're just wanting to go against the patriot groups and veterans and perfectly timed ISIS campaigns. So you do the math.
InfoWars Life and InfoWarsLife.com is extremely excited to announce our latest release, Winter Sun, a revolutionary type of vitamin D3. Winter Sun is a premium quality vitamin D3 nutritional supplement. It is produced by extracting oil from healthy, nutrient-dense plants known as lichens. Every batch is analyzed for purity and D3 content. It's completely free of toxins and allergens. Simply put, if you want the best at an extremely low price, this is it. Winter Sun is the result of our pursuit of the best source of vitamin D3. The research and development took over 2 years, but the result, as verified by independent laboratories, is the best vegan vitamin D3 product in the world. Read the facts at InfoWarsLife.com about Winter Sun Vitamin D3. Not only does vitamin D3 promote a healthy mood, but vitamin D supports our memory and brain function, something the globalists are targeting. Visit InfoWars.com today or call 888-253-3139.